Oh, we're finally friends with Damien's again, so I guess that's a good thing. Let's see if we'll run into him this week. Okay, do Jim, White, and Jim, I guess. Okay. Please make yourself comfortable, little Cygnets. We have a serious issue to talk about today. Many of you will have learned something about this subject from your parents. Others will know less, or nothing at all. Oh no, what's sex education? The world you see around you is only the tiniest fraction of all that exists. There are infinite realms which exist outside of our own space and time. Oh, guess not. Phew. The nearest such realm is that which we call the other world. You may also have heard it called Elfheim, or the Dreaming, or the High Hunting Grounds. There are countless other worlds, but the other world is particularly the realm of this world's shadow. Like a shadow, it is always connected. With enough white magic, an adult witch or wizard can travel the spiral gate from anywhere in this world. However, you students must not enter the other world under any circumstances. Can any of you tell me why that is? One hand eagerly shoots up. Yes, Minnie? She stands up. Because the Comras feed on the souls of human children, especially magical children, and they are drawn to any unwarded human who enters their realm. It takes them approximately... Thank you, dear, that will do. Minnie closes her mouth and sits down. Yes, thank you, Minnie. The other world is a wonderful place. Magic flows more freely there, and many witches and wizards choose to live there full time. But we are not native to it, and we are not immune to its dangers. Do not attempt to pass the gate, not even with an adult to guard you, not even with a powerful spell or artifact to protect you, not even with a friend who has been there before and told you it's safe. Some of your classmates have other than human heritage, but what is safe for them is not safe for you. Most importantly, if a spirit invites you to the other world, do not accept, no matter what you are promised. I am not saying this to frighten you, or to challenge you to find a way around my rules. If you disobey, I will not need to punish you, because you will be gone. Now, let's get back to brighter subjects. We can talk more about the other world later, and I'll bring in some lovely paintings to show you. Thank you, Potsdam. Wish I could actually see those paintings. Uh-oh. Bonjour, ma chérie! Today, I want to talk a bit more about otherworld creatures in general. Oh, okay. Because our worlds are connected, they can cross over just as easily as we can. But in this world, they are not native. They are weakened and bound by their nature, just as we are when we travel the other world. Every spirit in this world must follow a set of rules. Not the same set of rules, though. That would be too simple. Rules of behavior vary depending on the type of creature and the method it used to reach our world. If you cast the summoning spell, you can set some of those rules yourself. If you understand the rules that a creature is bound to, you can easily defeat it. Most of you will have heard of vampires being repelled by crosses. That won't work for all vampires, but for some it is an easy weakness to use. In later years, you will study many types of otherworld creatures to learn this sort of lore. Now, to continue with your lessons in white magic, I give you 3 white magic skill. Hooray! Oh good, okay, we didn't have something. And we learned a spell, Fear. causes the target to feel terror and wish to leave the caster's presence. Damien. Hello, cutie. Did you enjoy your dinner? I suppose it was alright. Really? If you like your chili on the bland side. I thought so. There are many secrets here you probably haven't found yet, such as the best place to get a good meal. Would you like to come to dinner with me tomorrow, off campus? At the mall food court? Near the mall, but not quite part of it. It's called the Glen, and it's magic only. The professors go there when they're too tired to travel, and visiting parents who want to take their student children somewhere nice. I thought parents weren't allowed to visit. Non-magical parents aren't supposed to visit. Oh. So, would you like to go? Alright. I guess we can't say no after all. Alright, that sounds like fun. Great. I'll meet you tomorrow at the mall. He tilts his head in farewell and walks away. Oh, that should be fun. Mail is delivered. Ellen, there's a letter for you. Oh, it's from my family. Ellen carefully works her finger under the sealed envelope flap, opening it with a minimum of tearing, then unfolds the letter and begins to read. What? She drops back onto her bed with a thud and stares at the paper in her hands. What is it? It's nothing. Just a change of plans. Apparently, I'm not going home for Thanksgiving. What? Because it's a long way for such a short break, so it's better for me to stay here. Is that what you want? That doesn't matter. Really, it doesn't. It's not my decision. I can't go home on my own. They don't want me there. Well, we want you here, don't we, cutie? Yeah. Come on, we should all do something together today. Oh. Yes, I'm supposed to meet Damien. That would not make either of them very happy, though. I did hear that if you missed the date this week, he'll reschedule. I don't want to get into an argument with you guys right now. I'm gonna save. Hold on. Damien 5. And, I'll say okay to spending time with them, and then if, Damien shows up and has another hissy fit, then I can just reload and fix things. Okay. You don't have to do that. I'm fine, really. You're fine about not going home? What, do you hate your parents or something? Virginia. I don't hate them. They just don't want me. Mama's probably glad to be rid of me. What about your dad? He's not around. I lived with my mama and Justin, my stepfather. Your father left you? Not exactly. Mama was. She left him with us because Jenny's my half-sister. Justin's her dad. My father was angry. I don't remember a lot of what happened. Then we moved and eventually he stopped writing. Mama says I look like him. I'm sure they want to have you home. It's 800 miles. You're going home for Christmas, right? As far as I know. Is it okay for people to stay here over the holidays? Yeah, there's always someone staying. Some people don't want to have to go back to being non-magical. Hey, if you want, you could come to our house for the break. Really? Sure, we're used to having people stay over. I mean, I have to ask, but I'm sure it'll be alright. Unless you don't want to because of, you know, my brother. Oh, I I'd rather be there than here all alone.
Okay, I'll write Mom and Dad. Now let's go do something. Let's go outside. I want some fresh air.
Okay.
We go for a walk, and eventually a run, which occasionally turns into a chase. I'm still the fastest. We have a good time, but tire ourselves out a bit. Okay, and hopefully I didn't make a certain demon boy mad. I'm relaxing in my room Sunday morning when somebody knocks at the door. Oh, he looks so sad. I feel bad. Damien! Hi. Hello, cutie. I'm so sorry I missed out on dinner yesterday. There was a silly accident and I had to wait for the healer. Everything's fine now, but with all the confusion, I forgot to send you a message.
Oh, so you couldn't make it anyway.
I'm very sorry if I worried you. Yeah. I feel like a douche if I don't admit to it.
Actually, I couldn't make it either. My roommate had a personal situation, and we all had to stay to give her moral support.
Is she alright?
Yeah, she'll be okay. I guess it was just an unlucky day for everyone, wasn't it?
I would much rather have shared a meal than shared bad luck.
Me too.
So, shall we try it again this weekend?
Okay.
Alright, I'll see you later then.
And don't walk under any ladders.
He waves and departs.
Aw. Thank you, Damien.
Okay, so that worked out pretty good.
Didn't have to make my roommates mad. And, he actually asked if Ellen was okay, so that was good. The Other World. Professor Potsdam told us about the Other World, the spirit realm beyond our own. Apparently it's very beautiful, but also filled with dangerous monsters, and we're not allowed to go there until we are adults, or they'll eat our souls. Otherworld creatures. Apparently magical creatures have to follow specific rules when they enter our reality, like being afraid of garlic or crosses, or being trapped inside magical diagrams. The same thing works the other way around when witches go into the other world. Dinner plans. Damien said he'd take me to a magical restaurant tomorrow. Holiday recovery. Ellen got a letter from home saying that she has to stay at school for Thanksgiving. She thinks her mother and stepfather don't like her very much. Virginia and I hung out with her to cheer her up, and Virginia says maybe Ellen can come home with her for the holiday. Reschedule. Because I missed dinner with Damien yesterday, we're rescheduling for the upcoming weekend. Don't forget! Need a calendar in my diary, I mean. Well, we definitely need to sleep this coming week. Flyers up in the hall have informed us that there will be a special assembly for all freshmen this Thursday. No class activities can be scheduled for that day. What should I do this week? Sleep, gym, white, maybe another white. Ah, much better. Ellen is in the room, systematically taking clothes out of her dresser, then putting them back in. This is how she deals with stress. What are you doing? Folding my clothes. Yes, but why are you unfolding them first? Because they aren't folded properly. Okay. Guess everybody has their quirks. I suppose. We all deal with stress differently. Yay! Okay, didn't learn anything more about the other world. Thursday. On Thursday morning, all the freshmen are gathered together in the gym. Good morning, my bright young things! Today is a special occasion for all of you. You're going to get to practice what you've learned and try out some spells on each other, without the pressure of a test or grades. This is an important lesson because in future exams, you may come up against other spellcasters. You need to know how to use magic in combat and how to avoid magic being used on you. Will everyone please team up in twos? There's some jostling and shuffling around.
Ellen and Virginia pair off, and I end up standing by Virginia's brother, Donald. Oh, Donald.
Please pay attention before we begin. I want you to take turns casting spells at each other and blocking them. This is not a battle, and you're not trying to defeat each other. Think of it like a game of catch. One of you is the pitcher, and one of you is the catcher. You can only pitch when it's your turn, so defenders must only defend and not attack. Also, please don't interfere with any other pairs. That includes casting spells that tend to be messy. No fireballs or ice storms, please. Target only your partner. I will be on hand to deal with any injuries and accidents. If you hurt yourself, please call for help. I'll be right there. Have fun!
Fun? This is always fun. I turn to face my partner.
Ladies first.
I'm not sure what to cast. I've never done this before.
You can do a push spell, right?
Sure, that's easy. I actually learned it this time.
Alright then, are you ready?
3, 2, 1. I start to cast the spell, but suddenly a wave of cold sweeps over my body and I can't move. The spell fizzles uncast.
Ha! I wasn't sure that would work. It'll wear off in a minute.
As he said, I unfreeze shortly, but my fingertips are still tingling and sore.
Alright, it's my turn now. Are you ready?
I suppose.
Uno, dos, tres.
Cast Distraction. There's a little jolt and I feel a sting like a tiny electric shock. Ow! Looks like you win.
Sorry, what were you saying?
That the distraction spell doesn't work fast enough to stop you from casting. We work together for a while, trading spells back and forth. Then Donald holds up his hands and leans in close to whisper something.
I've got a great idea. When I say go, you drop to the floor and cover your eyes. I'm going to cast something over your head.
Okay.
Go!
On cue, I duck and cover. There's a whooshing noise and a burst of heat overhead, followed by screams?
Donald! What are you doing?
Ooh, you're in trouble.
While your flaming dragon was very impressive.
Aw, I missed the fire dragon?
I did specifically tell you to avoid large spells. If poor Cutie hadn't managed to get out of the way, you would have hurt her badly.
Like he cares.
This is very disappointing. You've always been so careful in your creativity. Why would you take such a risk?
Oh. Now, you know what? This gets Donald to have no demerits. And I can't just stand by now that I've done this route and stuff. Know what he's been going through. I'm gonna defend him. Professor Potsdam, I wasn't actually in danger. He told me to get down and made sure I was out of the way before he cast it.
You knew what he was going to do?
Yes. I knew he was going to do something, and saying this should get him out of trouble, right? Partly.
Well, I suppose that changes things slightly. Detention for both of you, then.
What?
It's only fair for both conspirators to suffer equally. And you did know that you shouldn't cast such large spells, but no demerit since there was no real danger. Perhaps the two of you can use the time to come up with some more interesting way of showcasing your skills for the class?
Yes, ma'am.
No problem. Try to be good now. Jacob, put Mr. Arias down!
She hurries off to deal with someone else. Luckily, there are no major accidents for the rest of the session. I forgot about detention. That means I'm going to be in detention when I should have been on that date with Damien. Oh, I hope this isn't going to end badly. Otherwise, I'm going to have to backtrack quite a bit to fix things.
Sorry, Damien, I keep messing it up. On Saturday, the mail and allowances are delivered, including something for me. It's a little card with painted flowers on it. Maybe violets or something else bluish? There's no signature, just my name, and don't forget, handwritten on the back. Oh, Damien. It must be from Damien to remind me about today. But I can't go, I've got detention. Has he left for the mall yet? I could try to find him and let him know, but what if that makes me late? Professor Grabner will skin me. No, we gotta let him know. Otherwise, this could be the end. I'm glad we have this option. I go tearing through the halls looking for the falcons. And bang into one. Oh, Jacob, it had to be you.
Hey, watch it!
Sorry. Now, which door is his? He's got to be around here somewhere. I don't have time. Damien! Great, now I hear doors cracking open all up and down the hall. Oh, Cutie. This is just not good. Cutie. I'm sorry, I got detention and I can't go to the mall today. I have to go right now. Bye! And I turn and scurry the other way. Right. Detention. Miss Patootie, Mr. Danson. Must I be forever burdened with this nonsense? Well, it appears that I got there in time, so that's good. Since you are both being punished for the same offense, you will receive the same punishment. He points to the tables where two very large glass jars filled with pebbles are sitting. You will each take one jar. You will take out each pebble individually by hand. You will place each pebble on the table, forming two separate stacks. After you have removed each pebble, you will write down the total number of pebbles that were in the jar. You will then return all of the pebbles to your jar by hand. I have ways of detecting whether or not each pebble has been touched. Do not attempt to shirk. Do you understand?
Sure.
And if your count is off, or you attempt to pocket any of the pebbles, I will lock you in this room with no food or water until Monday. Get on with it. He stalks out of the room, closing the door behind him. You and your stupid pebbles. What's the point of this?
Boredom, that's all.
Great.
Sorry I got you into this.
You didn't. It was my decision. I mean, it wouldn't have been right to let them think you were trying to hurt me when you weren't.
Yeah, well, I knew I was going to get busted for it, and I didn't warn you.
If he knew he'd get into trouble, why did he do it? Well, I better get to work, because we'll never know. At the end of the day, I have counted and recounted 432 pebbles, and my neck hurts. But at least I get to leave. Right? I'm relaxing in my room Sunday morning when I hear someone knock gently on the door. Oh! At least it was a gentle knock, so I didn't come in storming. Damien! Hello. Hi. Oh, I was blushing. That was so cute. I'm really sorry about yesterday and making a scene like that. Don't be. A pretty girl desperately calling my name? Oh, you're into that, eh? Good. It's adorable. Whoa. 10 cute points. Wow. The whole hall thinks so. Right. So, some other time then? Okay. We'll make it. We'll have a date at some point. Folding at home. I found Ellen in our room unfolding and refolding her laundry. I'm not sure why. No good deed unpunished. Donald insisted on pulling a flashy trick that looked dangerous but really wasn't, and when I stepped in to defend him, we both ended up getting detention. Pebbles in a jar. Professor Grabner made Donald and I count pebbles by hand for detention. How embarrassing! Damien said his whole hall saw me running around like an idiot screaming for him. At least he thought it was cute. And it gave us some cute points, so I'm glad he was so understanding about it.